In the north, there sits an isolated castle. This castle is well defended. On the right flank, there is a giant cliff that would deny any right side attack. The left and rear flank have a similar defense in that of a sheer cliff. The only entry is through the front entrance, forcing enemies of the castle to be funneled for slaughter. The frigid castle soul is mostly silent aside from the echoing bell ringing coming from the walking mausoleum right outside the entrance. Green banners can be seen waving in the bitter wind that holds the ash of the now burning Erd tree. This would be a welcoming sight to the single living resident as he worships the lunar eclipse, and not the Erd tree. This is made obvious by the Church of the Eclipse sitting right within the walls of Sol. The only living residence of this castle is the veteran Commander Niall. It is believed that Commander Niall once served Godwyn the Golden. Niall became the lone survivor of those who fought to protect Godwyn. But when Godwyn's soul was killed during the Night of the Black Knives, Commander Niall still held his dedication for his master. Niall offered his prosthesis in exchange for the lives of the defeated knights. These knights are now a spectral army that fight for no nation or allegiance. This commander would remain at the castle Sol with his spectral knights to live out the rest of his days. He would spend this time praying at the Church of the Eclipse. He was unable to die and had nowhere to fade away. The death of Godwyn is at the center of the Eclipse sun, and worshipping the Eclipse would also be worshipping Godwyn the Golden. The main belief of the Eclipse is that it will resurrect Godwyn's soul. There is some proof that Niall was indeed in service of Godwyn. Niall was granted lightning powers and his armor is decorated with the dragon theme. Both of these have been given to him by Godwyn himself while he was serving as a dragon cult knight. The name Nile is of Gaelic origin in our world. There are several possible meanings to the name based on the region. These meanings could include cloud and chivalrous, in which both of these fit this commander. We tarnished who seek the title of Elden Lord can face Commander Niall in combat. As we first approach the commander, he will summon two of his spectral banished knights, one wielding double swords and the other holding a sword and shield. Banished knights are forced to leave their homes either by misfortune or for a misdeed that they had committed. These warriors were forced to start anew. The knights managed to become accomplished even after their banishment. These knights would now serve Niall in his defense. After defeating the two knights, Commander Niall will show us exactly how strong of a warrior he is. He can command icy whirlwinds that consume most of his battle arena. For up-close combat, he lunges with a downward kick using his lightning-infused peg leg. The veteran also dons a halberd that he swings and uses for uppercuts. The fight rages on until one of us lie dead. Despite Commander Niall's strength, he is bested. Although a combat defeat, maybe now the aged veteran can finally rest and be rejoined with his previous master in some way. Respects are paid by sitting at the newfound site of grace. After all, Commander Niall was just trying to defend his castle, and we were the intruder forcing him into combat. Now that we have claimed Castle Sol, we search the remainder of the grounds. On the body of a perished soul, we find the left side of the Heilig's secret medallion, which when joined together to the other half, will lead us to the land of Miquella's Heilig tree. With this important item in hand, we leave Castle Sol and its spectral inhabitants to forever wander its icy walls. I want to thank you so much for watching. Castle Sol is by far one of my favorite overworld locations in Elden Ring. The story of Commander Niall was very interesting to me, and I tip my hat to that boss. He was challenging, but extremely fun to fight. I spent a lot of time formulating the short story using item descriptions and a little help from the Elden Ring wiki on specific aspects such as lore elements. If you feel that I missed something, let me know in the comments as I'm fairly new to lore style videos. If you enjoyed yourself, a like helps out the channel a lot, and if you're new, consider subscribing for more videos like this. Until next time, I hope you have a great one, and keep gaming.